If you love blue and white, upscale DIYs, and chinoiserie, you're going to love this DIY video. We are going to be making multiple Christmas ornaments. We're going to have a lot of fun. Let's go ahead and get started. This week I've been in beautiful Edisto Island, South Carolina. I picked up a whole bunch of seashells. I actually ran them through the dishwasher to get them nice and clean and sterilized, and then I'm going to give them a coat of white swan from DIY Paint. My name is Emily. I'm with J-Bone & Company, and I'm so excited that you decided to join me on today's video. We're going to have a lot of fun. We have multiple projects that I think you're going to love, so you don't want to miss them. And I actually have a surprise bonus at the end that I think you're really going to enjoy. So after all of these oyster shells, these are actually oyster shells, completely dried, here they are. This is how they look. We are going to take some napkins that I had, and we're going to decoupage the oyster shells with them. So this is the remains of one napkin that I had left. These are adorable little ginger jars. They're just the perfect size for these oyster shells, and we're going to go ahead and cut one of them out at a time, and then we're going to decoupage them with some liquid patina. Everyone is in town. Shells. My mom and dad, they're from Texas. Both of my brothers, younger brother and his wife, my older brother and his wife, and his mother-in-law, and his son Ray. He's in his young 20s. And then my husband, myself, and my 3 children, we're all in Edisto for Thanksgiving week. We have been having such a good time. Everyone kind of was doing their own thing. We were all doing fun things today. A big group of the folks went to play golf at the golfing range, at the hitting, you hit the ball range thing. And I was trying to finish up this video, and then I was going to go to one thrift store. There's only 2 thrift stores on the island. I went to one of the thrift stores yesterday, and I found some amazing things. And then I was going to go to the second thrift store today. Well, on my way to actually, before I even went to the thrift store, I was still at the house, and I had missed several calls, I noticed. Well, my husband and my brother had both contacted me, letting me know that there was an arts and crafts sale just right by our condo, probably like a block away. So anyway, that was really exciting. So I ended up going to that Arts and Crafts Festival, and they had so many great things. And one of the things they actually had were these ornaments, but not these particular ornaments, but they had a bunch of seashell ornaments. They had some decoupage ornaments, oyster shells, regular seashells, and I got some really good ideas, because the funny thing is I had already been working on these ornaments all week to get them ready, and then I went there and I got some more ideas. I knew I had seen some Santa ones, and they were really cute, so I thought that I would go ahead and make some of those. Maybe later on I'm going to make some of those Santa ornaments, but you can decoupage just about anything into these oysters. You can leave the back side like the natural color, or you can paint them gold, either way. But basically all you're going to do is you're just going to put you're going to paint it white, let it dry, add some liquid patina or any decoupage medium, take your paper. Remember, if it's 2-ply, you have to separate it out, press it down into your liquid patina, and then you're going to put some liquid patina back on top of it, and then you're just going to let it dry. It's a little bit of a sticky mess, and it's pretty small little areas you're working in, but it's a lot of fun, and these ornaments look gorgeous. We have several other ornament projects. I think you're going to love those too, so y'all stick around for those. I noticed that some of the ornaments were hand painted, some were super glossy, and then some had gold on the back. There were all different kinds, but I got some really good ideas. There were also some angel ornaments, some Christmas tree oyster ornaments, all kind of beautiful seashell coastal themed Christmas ornaments. Yesterday, I went to the first thrift store and I found 3 really amazing finds. The first thing I found was this huge basket. It's about 3 feet tall, 2 or 3 feet wide. It's a basket vase. It is gorgeous. It looks high end and I cannot wait to style that. And once I get it home, I'll style it and then I'll let you I'll show you what it looks like, but it's going to be great for year round. The second thing I found was a genuine leather cowhide purse. It is gorgeous. It's a bag. It's a large size purse or bag, and it's going to be perfect for the winter to use. I just love the cowhide look, and it's genuine leather, and it was a great price. The third thing that I found was probably about a 2-foot wooden mid-century modern planter. It's wooden. It's a little bit scuffed up. I thought it would be really cool to paint it and then put some milk paint on it, but I'm not sure. It might ruin the integrity of the mid-century modern, so we'll see what we're going to do with that when we get home. And then today I was able to go to the second thrift store and I picked up a few things. I picked up some ribbon, a very vintage measuring tape, but my favorite thing that I picked up was a huge gold, very ornate mirror. It's extremely heavy. It looks very old, vintage, antique, and I picked that up for $25. I'm now going around the edges with some gold paint. I'm going to use some gold paint as well as some metallic bronze from Fusion mineral paint. I got a little bit of paint on there. It dropped, had too much on my paintbrush, but I was able to wipe it right back off. This is that metallic bronze from Fusion mineral paint, and then just some gold paint. Some of the golden ticket would be perfect for this project. I was talking to one of the artists at the Arts and Crafts Fair, and she told me that sometimes she just leaves the back side of the ornaments natural, and sometimes she paints them all gold. Y'all, I love how these ornaments turned out. If you like how they turned out, please hit that like button and consider subscribing to my channel. I had 3 more of these ornament wood shapes from the Dollar Tree, so we're going to make them over into beautiful high-end chinoiserie style ornaments. We're going to paint them 3 different shades of the DIY paint. The first color is Hey Sailor. It is a beautiful royal blue with navy mixed in it. That's what I would call it. The second color is Blue Iris. It is a beautiful bright blue, kind of like an indigo type color. I really love the color Blue Iris. Now, DIY paint is a clay-based paint. If you've never used it before, it does have to be sealed or it can be reactivated with water. The third color is Bohemian Blue. It is a moody, I would say a dark blue with some black mixed into it. Just a moody, beautiful blue color. I sealed all of these ornaments with some Big Top, and now we're taking out a beautiful stamp. It's called Shade and Song, and I'm going to arrange these stamps in a pattern on these ornaments. You're making ornaments now, but I want you to imagine all of the beautiful pieces of artwork. You could use this same technique on trays, furniture, any kind of piece of decor that you would like to, and it would be a beautiful way to enhance just about anything. These stamps from IOD, if you've never used any of the stamps, they are absolutely gorgeous. You're going to love them. They're very easy to use. They're a lot of fun, and they really up the look and enhance the look of your projects. I have a ton of different stamps and choices on my website. Remember, you can use that Thanks20 code for 20% off of all of the stamps this week until Monday, Cyber Monday. Now we're going to add some of the birds on the limbs. I love, love, love this chinoiserie, the toile type look. I can't wait to do more of these projects. in the future. And I hope you guys are enjoying this video. And I just want to take a moment to tell you thank you so much. I am thankful. I'm so thankful for each and every one of you guys. Y'all have really made my year. You have supported me more than you could ever know. I appreciate all of your likes every time you watch a video, every time you tell me hello, all your comments, of course, all your purchases, but all of the support. I'm so thankful for, and I am so thankful for your time and your friendship and just all of your encouraging words and support. I hope you guys have a wonderful Thanksgiving, and I hope that you enjoy it with all of your family and friends, and you have a really nice break. We have a lot of really great videos coming up in the future. I have so many great things planned. And I just want to tell you thank you so much for everything that you have done for me. And that's a special thanks. I have put all of my website on sale, all but the DIY paints and products. We are not allowed to have them on sale. But all of the Fusion Mineral Paint, all of the IOD products, all the Whimsical products, they're all on sale. So if you just go to my website, and I'll put a link in the description and a link down there in the comments. But if you type in, when you check out, you have to type in a code, THANKS20, so THANKS 20, and you'll get 20% off of your order. Anyway, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. I truly appreciate all of your ongoing support. It really means more than you'll ever know. Let me know in the comments which one of these blues is your favorite. Is it the Hey Sailor, the Blue Iris, or the Bohemian Blue? You really can't go wrong with any of these gorgeous blues. I actually love each and every one of them. We're going to add a little bit more of the stamps up there at the top. We're just kind of going back on all of them and filling in the blanks. You don't have to. You can leave some negative space. That looks beautiful too. But I thought to make it really look like chinoiserie, it needed a little bit more of the pattern all over these ornaments. Now we're just going to go back with some gold paint, and we're just going to add a little cap here on the top. I'm going to end up painting 2 different coats of the gold on here, and I'm just making a little scalloped edge on the bottom of the cap. I also wanted to personally invite you to join my membership group. There are 2 different levels, and there's a lot of perks. You're going to get some free shipping opportunities, as well as we're going to have some private lives, and once a month we're going to be doing some crafting together. So it'll just be the members of the group. I'll let you know all the supplies ahead of time and when it's going to be. We're going to have a lot of fun. I'll put a link to the membership group in the comments and in the description. I'm now offering some boutique style Oyster DIY kits for sale. If you're interested, it's going to have all of the paints and products plus the oyster shells and napkins that you're going to need to make your very own oyster ornaments. If you're interested, there'll be a link right there in the comments and the description for you to purchase. There will be a limited number of these kits because I only have so many oyster shells. You're going to get about 8 to 10 oyster shells in your kit, as well as some napkins. And you'll also be able to watch this video again to see exactly how to make these ornaments. They're very easy, they're very classy, and this would also make a fun gift to give, or they would be perfect to treat yourself. We're going to go heavy on the gold paint on these ornaments because we're going to go all the way to the blue of that napkin. So these are going to have some really thick gold on these ornaments. We're going to go ahead and use some more of this napkin. So we're just going to use these wood rounds that I previously painted white, and we're just going to cut out some of this napkin and then some of the part with the writing on it. And we're just going to decoupage it right to the ornament. And after it's completely decoupaged on there, we're going to just go ahead, you just place it on there. You just rub it with your hand, add some more of that liquid patina, and after it dries, we're going to use some sandpaper to go in a, we're going to just use it, hit that ornament in a downward motion, and we're going to remove that excess paper. We're going to take out that gold paint again, and we're going to paint around the edges and on the back side with that gold paint so it has a nice finished look. Off camera, I'm going to add some gold paste around some of these ornaments, as well as put on some twine. There you go. Now you can see the final product. Y'all let me know which of these ornaments are your favorite, and I think you're going to like the ones coming up as well as the bonus project at the end. We're going to paint 3 more of the wood rounds. We're going to paint 2 in the white swan and 1 in the hay sailor. We're then going to seal them up with some Big Top and then let them dry completely. We're now going to take the Sugar Plum Fairy stamp set, and we're going to use the tree and the nutcrackers. We're going to paint the tree or stamp the tree with the white ink, and then we're going to press it directly onto the little wood round. I added some of the China blue ink onto an ink pad that actually had some black ink on it, so it made a navy color ink, and we're just going to use these nutcrackers to stamp them onto these wood rounds. We're going to add some gold balls onto this tree using that same gold paint. If you're still watching right now, if you'll just leave a tree emoji or just write tree in the comments, and that way I know you're still here. I had so much fun making all of these ornaments, and I'm trying to get some of my family members to go on live tonight and tomorrow to do some of this crafting. I know my nephew may go on live if I can get my son to go. So if my son will go on live, he's 18. My nephew, who's about, I'd say 22, he said he'll go on live as well. So we'll see about that. We'll see if they'll go on live with us. I applied the 2-part classic crackle from Pent Art. Now I'm going back with some gold paste. However, it's not showing up as much as I wanted it to, so I'm going to add some dark wax. Now typically I would add my antique wax, but I don't have that with me, but I wanted you to see how it looks with that dark wax. You're going to be able to see that crackle really good here in just a second. I also have both the fine line and the classic crackle from Pent Art available on my website, as well as some of the antique paste, some of the gold paste, and all of these different products. But you just need to go ahead and work in that wax or paste, whichever one that you use. You have to work it in so it gets deep down into those cracks. And once you get it into the cracks, you can just wipe it away with a paper towel, and then you have all of that cracking. It makes them look old and really unique. I just love the cracking. How about you guys? I love how these nutcrackers turned out. I love that crackle, and they have that beautiful porcelain finish. Here's a little bonus project. All you're going to do is you're going to take some of your muslin material, tear it in about a 2 to 3 inch piece, as long as a ribbon as you want to make. So I would tear it into a pretty long piece, and then we're just going to take the nutcrackers and we're going to make a repetitive stamp. Now you can use any of the stamps that you want. I'm going to use a repetitive pattern of the nutcrackers for mine. If you're in the mood for more thrift flip and DIY videos, there'll be some right on the screen for you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys in the comments.